This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
Thank you for being here and driving down and spending the day with us. Because you have been challenged as a delegate to the Republican State Convention.
Yes.
And Mr. Craighead here in a moment will outline the challenge that you have been, the challenge against you as a delegate. And then you will be given 5 minutes to say whatever you want regarding that challenge. Understand that we are not challenging you.
Right.
We're challenged by somebody else. All we're doing today is giving input from you to help us make a better decision.
Right.
Ultimately. We won't make a decision today because we won't have all the information. But we will make a decision going forward. And ultimately, the decision to who to seat and who not to seat will be made at the state convention in Branson on the 31st. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Craighead, and then you can speak freely for 5 minutes, and we'll have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Emily. Not addressing the veracity of the challenge that we've received, but simply recounting for you the challenge that we've received. Your credentials have been challenged because of your support for Ron Paul. Your credentials have been challenged because of your support for Ron Paul and apparently a pledge that you've taken to support Ron Paul above and until the end and not necessarily to support the winner of Missouri's presidential preference primary. Again, we're not saying whether we believe this allegation to be true or not, but your credentials as a strong, faithful Republican have been questioned because of your support for Congressman Paul. And so we wanted to give you the opportunity to demonstrate, and that's why we asked some of these questions, why you're a strong and faithful Republican, campaign for the following Republican candidates. The list is too long. You might
I've lived in Illinois for a long time. I've been a Republican. I'm using Missouri to use this. This is a different, all totally different.
Okay. And then for the credentials committee's benefit, I'm actively following Republican committees in charge of publicity for North County Republicans. Appreciate that. You didn't fill in whether you were committed to helping John McCain, but you do say that you're committed to casting your vote for the Republican nominee, John McCain, on the first ballot.
Correct?
Okay. So, I just...
Okay. Now, I can ask the question? Okay. Well, I need you to tell me part of that over. The beginning part of that. That says, my credentials are challenged because
of your support for Ron Paul.
Okay, so if I support a Republican that's not John McCain before the primary, that's a problem? That's the way I'm understanding this. But I need somebody to explain it to me. That is actually challengeable?
Yeah, I think what the allegation is that we have a presumptive nominee.
Correct.
We are bound in Missouri under the Paul Convention.
Right, to vote for that person at the convention.
Right.
So if you supported somebody before the primary, that is a challengeable offense?
It has to do with the Ron Paul pledge, whether you've taken that or not, I believe. It's because I believe in it.
Where is that Ron Paul pledge?
Online.
Okay,
and
so...
suppose if you that, then you are all kinds of things that you would not support for one candidate. And the goal would be to get all the organized convention and cause those things.
The rules of our state Republican committee are basically that any national delegate who's elected from Missouri is pledged to support or vote for
Right, because there's a difference.
National convention,
Yeah.
the person that won February 5th Republican presidential primary
Right,
John
with
McCain.
John McCain.
So,
And that's the rules for the state, so that's the way that you have to vote,
correct.
according to the rules.
Correct. And there's some question that on this Ron Paul website and pledge that people that signed that were signing up to say that they would not necessarily support.
So I signed one of those?
That's the allegation.
Okay,
That's what we're trying to figure out.
that's what I'd like to see then, because I supported Ron Paul. I did things for Ron Paul. I went to the Land of Lincoln dinner. Well, you guys don't call it Land of Lincoln, but you call it Lincoln, right? Well, in Illinois they call it the... But, you know...
Okay, we like it.
Yeah, but, you know, I went to that for John McCain and donated there. So I'm just curious what is to be challenged. Republicans, to trust Republicans, you should follow the rules.
Right.
The rules are you do this, this, and this, and that's the way it is. What you do on your personal is your personal, but if you're doing this, you follow the rules and you do that way. That's what you're expected to do.
Exactly.
So I don't see...
And again, it's not this group challenging.
I understand.
It's someone that's already, challenged you from...
But am I not allowed to see this challenge that supposedly I've done something?
He said what it was.
He said what it was, but I can't see what, I'm not sure what it is that I supposedly signed. I mean, I'm a precinct person for Ron Paul, but I've been a precinct person for many other presidential candidates through the years. And that doesn't mean that you're a bad Republican. If you're still supporting Republicans, you're supporting Republicans.
Has
I
nothing to do
mean,
with it.
you should be following the rules. If that's the rules, that's what you do.
And that's the question. The question basically is knowing that our rules state that whoever the winner of the Missouri presidential primary is, that those delegates who are elected on behalf of Missouri to go to the national convention will support, will vote for at the convention that
That's the way they're supposed to, and that's what I've always done.
And if that's your position, I mean that's what we're looking
Okay, well that's my position. I was a precinct committee person for many years, and you do what your area is representing you to do. We're just representing you.
Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty.